It's November 14th and winter is just around the corner. Now this is my carving tent for all that don't know me. The square footage of the floor is 250 square feet. This tent is 25 feet long and it's like, well, 12 feet across or something. And I didn't measure how tall the roof was. So I try my best to stay warm in this tent when I'm carving in the winter. I don't like to carve when I'm cold. This is the propane heater that I usually use, besides my shit bucket. Now, I don't have my microphone plugged in. Propane is not the safest thing to use to heat your tent or shop or whatever. So, my friend Just Carve, Rob, got one of these diesel heaters off Amazon. I think he got the Viver one, but I got this one. This was $140. The farmer's friend here but suggested that I buy one of these diesel heaters to heat my tent. Now I know 100% this tent, there's holes and cracks in it, but I've done my best to seal all the cracks and the holes. Now here's the thing. You can get a big battery pack. I got this battery out of my 4Runner. This is my old battery. I bought a new battery for the 4Runner. Here is a battery tender. This was, I believe, $20 or $30 on Amazon. This was $140 Canadian. I'm in Canada. Now this is super easy to use. There's tons of videos for specs and all that stuff and heat on YouTube for this. Because I'm not going to go over those specs. I'm just going to show you how easy it is to use. Now, I bought this cast iron radiator heater off Facebook Marketplace for $50. So, because when you have this heater, when you have your exhaust pipe, you have to see, my exhaust pipe goes here. That's my exhaust here. It goes here, down there, goes down here, out through this gutter, old thick aluminum gutter. Here's your exhaust that they give you, and out the tent. Okay, but this exhaust gets so hot, if you're just gonna put this exhaust outside of your tent from this, you're gonna lose lots of heat. So I exhausted into this. It will heat this up and then exhaust out the tent. Now it's not, by the time it's here, it's still warm. I touch it here, it's colder. If I didn't have that radiator heater, that rad heater thing, cast iron, that thing's heavy. If I didn't have that, I would have to figure out a way to put this out the tent without it melting the tent or starting a fire, and this propane tank is empty. Alright, so I'm no pro at this. It's just, I just want you guys to know it's super easy to use. Now we get in British Columbia, Canada here, we get like maybe a week or two where it's super cold, like -0, might be snowing, it might be icy. It doesn't last that long here. This might not heat my tent for those. It will make my tent warmer, like I might have to wear my work jacket, but it won't heat it. So it's like I can wear friggin' shorts and t-shirt. Let me be clear on that for this. I've already had this thing going. So let me show you how easy it is to fire up. It comes with this battery thing. Now my battery tender's in here too. Oh yeah, battery tender thing's in there. Goes like that. Battery tender's on. This keeps your battery charged. Okay. Now I gotta plug my battery tender in standby. Okay, I don't have a microphone plugged in for this video with noise reduction because I want you guys to hear the sound of it. So your exhaust is on the bottom of this. Let me see if I can show you. And it has intake. So that black thing there is my intake, and that's my exhaust, and you can see how I got that wood drilled and them coming through. Now these things I was worried about because they click. They got a click, like the fuel pump, it's diesel, it clicks, click, click, click. But I think I lucked on the draw because this one doesn't really click. Or I can't hear it because there's airplanes here, there's wind blowing, there's traffic, there's a big hot freeway back there. I'm sure you guys can hear it in the video. So I don't hear the clicking. I think I lucked out and I got one that's super quiet. I'm not too sure. You put your diesel up here. Okay, so all you do is just, so there goes my compressor. Stand by. So it's got that glow plug like for diesel trucks that needs to warm up. So right now what it's doing is warming up. Let's turn it up maximum from in here. So this pumps out hot air. This one I had to use the thing to put it on there like that, but I'll get another one and put it on. I got proper clamps and stuff on all this exhaust. I had to go to a plumbing store to get the perfect thing to make it fit. Now this takes a little bit to get going. I can feel it starting to push a little bit of air, but give it a few minutes. So I'll wait a few minutes, but I won't keep you guys waiting. Okay, now you can start. I don't know if you guys can hear it pumping a little bit, that clicking noise. I put the phone right by the thing. Okay, now it's starting to make that clicking noise. Hear it? But like I can barely even hear it in here. Okay, so I don't know what else to say, but you know, when you turn these off, like I said, I'm not the guy to go over specs, but when you turn it off at the end of the day, I turn it off half an hour before I leave. Unplug this, make sure there's no fire hazard, make sure this and this don't touch. I don't know. Just be safe. Now, I got to make some more. I got this pulley here I'm going to put across the top of the door so air can't get out that way. You get what you got. You got to make do with what you got, right? So, but I really super suggest one of these diesel heaters in if you got a little wooden shop or something. As long as you can put the exhaust outside of your shop, man, you can have your shops airtight and use this, and it will just carve. Rob loves his. I will leave a link to this in my Amazon store in the description below. This company doesn't know who I am. They didn't send this to me. I bought this, but like, you don't even hear this one clicking. Now I want you to hear the air blowing out of it. I'll put the phone by the things. These things don't get super hot, so they'll burn you. They get warm, but yeah, it blows out. Yeah, I gotta get a hose clamp for that for sure. They get warm, but not super hot. You know, you can even get one of these so it's longer, then it blows up and down on you when you're carving. I got a fan. Once this gets hot, I could probably fry eggs on it. I got a fan that will be blowing this there. You can see here it's already smoking. That's just the stuff from the tape. Oh yeah, that's hot. That's already super hot. These things take a while to heat up. Anyways, so I just showed you guys within 5 minutes, this was so hot. This outtake, the exhaust was so hot, if I held onto it, I would have burnt my hand. So this is so hot, I can't even touch it. This is not that hot yet, right? The outtake from this radiator, so it shows you this radiator, cast iron radiator, is absorbing the heat. So that's a good way to get more heat for your shop. There's other ways to do it. Some people put copper in water, use sand. I thought this was the easiest way for me to do it, and the cheapest. So I don't know what else to say, but I'm going to make this tent more waterproof, put this pulley up along the door. And if anybody's got any really good tips with these heaters, please leave it below in the comments. And what else can I say? I think it worked. I'm already warming up, and I got to take my jacket off. So I think I'll end this video. So you can touch these are not hot. It's been about, I'd say half an hour. This is not even warm yet. It takes about a good hour for, yeah, like I can feel it getting warm down here, but it takes a long time to heat this up. I'll have a fan blowing this air out too. Also, because heat rises, I have a fan up here. Once it starts getting hot in here, I'll have the fan, in the wintertime, I don't need it yet, but I'll have the fan blowing the warm air down here, down towards the ground, see? Anyways, to end this video, I suggest getting yourself one of these diesel heaters if you got a little shop, and see, it's way cheaper than running propane. It's way safer than running your propane because, like I said, you push the exhaust outside. I do suggest this. What's the name of this one? Let me see. I think we gotta use owner manual here. This is the I don't know what the name of it is, but like I said, I'll leave it below in the description to my Amazon store. Or this is the Air Heater KW2050.80. That's a heater thing. Okay, I suggest getting one of these.